My language, you thought it was Korean?
UK.
Oh, you thought I was British?
Yeah.
When I spoke Chinese, you thought I was British?
Oh, really?
Apparently. 你们在讲中文不是吗？
You speak Chinese, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we change the correction.
No, the rabbit's gone.
The rabbit's gone? Okay.
Yeah, this is totally nice here.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that.
No. No worries at all. 你们从哪里来的？
哦，哪里来啊？
我从成都来的。
广东。
我是广东。
广东。
我是广东。
OK， 你看起来像一个广东人啊。
Oh, really? Yeah.
真的。
係啊，識啊，你識啊？
真的，對不對？
對。你好。
你好。
你好。
你好。如果你们跟我讲话一点点，我非常感謝哦。
好啊。
Okay, it's okay.
好
Yeah,
，OK，
yeah, sure.
当然可以啊。
可是我们需要用中文。
好啊，没问题
可以啊
啊，可以啊
可以，
当然可以啊。
Okay.
OK, thanks. Can I film you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
当然可以。
OK.
Yeah. How to film? Yeah.
How to film that?
We film together? 我们一块的吗
Well, we can. Yeah, definitely.
？OK.
OK.
OK.
所以我们可以讲话吗？
可以讲话啊，
可以，
可以啊
隨。便。Yeah.
你從哪裡來
我是成都来的，
成都。
成都来的，我是潭里，
成都是
成都
北边还是
Southwest
？OK.
Southwest
Yeah.
成都。
成都四川 Province。
OK.
廣東 province. Yeah, 廣州。
我從台灣來的，
OK
所以在台灣他們告訴我這個。
你说是什么时候的事情呢？
哦，很久。
哦，OK.
OK, maybe
World War II?
no. He talk about the go back to something.
I think that's right. I
World War
actually
II.
think that's right. Yeah. A whole bunch of the coast of China was raised on purpose. Actually,
哦
I think it was due to World War II.
Yeah.
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 Maybe.
So there's a certain area that's set back from the sea. That's a lot like Europe, you know.
Yeah, Normandy or French or.
Well, because of the Barbary pirates, they were a Muslim slave trade.
Oh, that when there are pirates, thousands or tens of thousands of pirates from Japan.
Oh,
They want to conquer the coastlines.
Yeah.
To set up the settlement. Like the settlement to go into trade or whatever. To
Okay.
rob something, right? So yeah, so at that time the Ming Dynasty, while the fight against the northern barbarians, so they don't have enough soldiers or battle force to protect the coastline.
Okay.
So what they do is that they retreat all
Retreated
the
from the
citizens
coast.
From the coast.
okay. So
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't the Second World War,
No, not the second one. The
That's-
Ming Dynasty.
or maybe it
Far
happened
beyond.
twice.
Yeah, maybe or
But
Ming. Or,
let me tell you something you probably don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, the Mediterranean coastline of Europe
Yeah.
is in a way the same situation,
Oh,
but for a reason people mostly don't know.
yeah.
Like as you get closer to the Mediterranean, the amount of money and effort that they put into building phenomenal buildings and that, all that sort of thing, they didn't do it for about 200 years. So it's just lacking that development, kind of during a classical period as well.
Okay.
Right? But it was because Barbary pilots, they're Islamic from Northern Africa,
Yep.
were coming and taking slaves. Most of them
Oh.
sex slaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting bit of history, isn't it?
You know a lot about it. You are teaching? You are a teacher?
I'm a teacher, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you are a teacher, I think.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because you're knowledgeable and
Yeah.
your presentation is very good.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an academic way.
Yeah.
Pretty clear
Chinese
style.
people like me, but not so much other people.
No, I like you. I mean, when you talk about it, I know
No,
you're
no.
kind of academic or you're knowledgeable to teach something.
Okay. You
Yeah.
got that impression, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, I really think Chinese people like to talk to people who are knowledgeable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I have so much fun talking to Chinese people, actually.
Yeah.
Really, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no
how long
kidding.
have you been
That's-
there? Your Mandarin or Cantonese are good.
Oh, I can't speak Cantonese.
You cannot speak Cantonese.
Cantonese?
No.
You cannot.
No,
Okay.
no. I think over like 22 years, I think,
Oh,
in Taiwan, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
So
that's more Chinese. That's more traditional Chinese.
yeah, more traditional.
Yeah, that's what they
Chinese.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an incredible history.
Pretty 正统的 Chinese
Yeah.
tradition.
Do you think that there's any possibility of a peaceful relationship between China and Taiwan?
It really depends.
Uh-oh.
He's right.
But the thing is that that's how I conducted, I guess, a lot of my classes is walk and talk. So I used to teach in settings like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a walk-in classroom.
Your students must be very lucky to meet you.
I think so.
You're teaching elementary or secondary or university?
Adults.
Adult.
Adults.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
usually not connected to the university at all, unless they were trying to get in.
Yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah, a lot of those kind of students.
So for international students or local students?
Maybe must be local.
Yeah, most
Okay.
of my students are Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's quite an adjustment, I think, to try and teach someone from a different culture.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
really.
That's a challenge.
It really is.
It is really,
it really
requires
is.
a lot of communication and mutual understanding to teach someone other than their familiarities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People get used to their boundaries.
Yep.
They like it, right?
Yep.
This is what we appreciate Canada for that part. Nature.
Well, Canada is one of the main colonies of England.
Yeah.
And England did more for the world than any other country.
Yeah, I mean,
did.
influential and value, right?
Well, in terms of politics and
Yeah.
law and
Yeah.
engineering and
Engineering,
science,
yeah.
technology,
Yeah.
industrialization, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It gave us the world, right,
Yeah.
that we have.
It
yeah,
shaped the world.
it shaped the world and shaped the people's value, right? Because I mean, Spain, Portuguese has conquered the world once,
Yeah.
but a very short time.
Yeah.
And what they know is only they just, I mean, like a barbarian to rob something from others. But
Exactly.
they didn't set up something, right?
That's true. Like what England wanted to do
They
was
set up something.
set up a place to do business.
Yes.
They wanted to trade.
Yeah.
And for that, the people had to be organized. So they brought organization and
Yeah.
that people are still using.
Sure. I mean, the value that we think that is the most civilized, I mean, comparably civilized value rather than conquer, right?
Yeah. Exactly. I think, sorry, I thought we lost you.
No worries. Yeah.
No worry, we just free
Yeah,
walk.
the passage was so narrow. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I think this is, have a look at this.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice, eh?
Yeah,
Yes,
especially in
yes.
the downtown area, I mean, of Surrey,
Oh.
downtown, Sunset.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been in Surrey?
I've been short,
3 years.
3 years.
3 years, okay.
Yeah.
So you're pretty used to it?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything.
You can't get used, you
You
can't,
can't get used to that.
you can't get used to Surrey Central. It's impossible.
Frank comments.
Yeah.
But the thing is that what I mean by it is that you could never stop being astounded by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The variety of people
Yeah.
Yeah.
is just out of this world. It's
I
just out of, there's
appreciate that.
so many crazy people though.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like white people are doing so badly. That's obvious, right?
Uh-huh.
In Canada, don't you think white people are not doing well?
I cannot say that.
I mean, we cannot say white or yellow or brown. I mean, some people
No,
are
you
crazy.
can.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Uh,
there are crazy people everywhere.
No, but like if you say, like say for example, you were to say that all of the bank managers were Japanese, then you could say that Japanese were doing pretty well, right? And then that's racial. You'd say,
Yeah.
So that I'm just sort of doing the same thing, but I'm saying that white people, a lot of us are not doing very well. Obviously, I mean they're dying on the street from heroin overdoses.
That's what we talk
Right.
about a lot, right?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
not a white or young. I think it's an educational culture things.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
I mean, David, I mean, frankly, in the Asian cultures, especially in the Chinese cultures, that we quite talk about the discipline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the self-discipline.
Yeah.
So even the poorest people, due to the faith or due to the self-discipline
Yeah.
of the people, that they don't want to lose faith.
Exactly.
So they don't want to even their poorest time. They don't want to become homeless and
Yeah.
sleep in the street, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
it's
they
just so
try to work out every way to make a
avoid
living.
that. Yeah.
But I think here some people are just living a desperate way, even they are, I mean, well prepared to work.
Yeah.
So that's a
They
different-
look
think
like they
that's
can work.
policy.
That's for sure. They look like they could work.
But they are addicted. They're addicted to drugs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Can't-
pathetic.
It is pathetic. Obviously, it's pathetic.
But that's a value thing, right? Because if the education tells them to be self-sufficient, then if they are well prepared, they can of course well established work, any work.
Yeah. So the thing is that when you see this problem with this rampant addiction and crime and all of that, that's an example of where the Western world, we're geographically West, but we're not following the Western values.
Yeah, that's true.
Law and order is
That's
a
not
West,
the real value. That's not the
but
real
but
value.
law and order is a real value, and we're not.
Yeah,
We're not,
following that because
No, they're obviously right.
because we learn in our middle school we learned that the traditional value of the the so-called Western value
Law and order.
law and order first and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the responsibility and freedom.
Yeah,
There's
democracy,
no
freedom, liberty.
Freedom
is
and
different.
responsibility.
Chinese more concentrate on responsibilities
Yeah.
and the group
And
value.
duty.
Group value.
Yeah, when I went to Taiwan and met people that were duty bound, and I'm watching them do something that they really do not want to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
really do not want to
Exactly.
do. But it's their duty, and they
It's
do
a
it.
duty. It's a
And they
duty.
do it. I just never had seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because the boundary. This is the boundary of the culture. Right?
Yeah. The personal boundary and
So-
the group.
So you can never see in the street of Korean or Japan
Never.
see a
It's
homeless
impossible.
people, even though they are really
Yeah.
It's-
sometimes a desperate life.
Well, it's so shameful. Like, I feel just ashamed of it.
Yeah,
The whole world looks at this and sees what we're doing.
Yeah.
They gave out, there's this idea of safe supply. So what they did is
Oh.
they gave out $100 million worth of heroin.
Oh, David,
But-
this is something that I could never understand.
Them giving out safe supply?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
How can you make people free with more addiction?
Well, what they argued is that people were dying because of poison in the fentanyl and not the fentanyl itself, or maybe fentanyl too.
But
They wanted to give people a safer supply in the sense that it was less likely to kill them, but it was still heroin.
but they're still addicted.
Yeah, and the thing is it was really it's not even a joke. It's a travesty. What happened is that the
Policy.
junkies didn't like it because it's not strong enough. It's not
Yeah.
strong enough
Yeah.
for them. And I guess if you took enough of it,
Yeah.
but they didn't like it, and so what they did was they sold it, and a lot of it,
Yeah.
get this, it wound up in high schools.
Yeah.
They're selling.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Canadian government gave out $100 million worth of heroin, and it's showing up in high schools.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the shame end?
Yeah.
Absolutely shameful.
That's
So, are you guys up on the interference story?
No.
You don't know the interference story? Are you kidding me?
no.
Are you kidding?
No.
Okay, this is going to really amaze you. Okay, so what Justin Trudeau did is we had two departments in the government that were responsible for protecting against foreign interference. There's two. And he established two more. And then, get this, this is just for sure, the Chinese Communist Party had a kind of a major influence on the election.
Oh,
you mean
this
the
one.
foreign
The
Yeah,
foreign
that one.
interference
Okay,
policy.
okay,
Yes, I
yeah,
heard
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Chong, right?
Yeah, and that's
Chong.
for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
We know that. We know that, obviously.
and do you know that Justin Trudeau knew it the whole time? He did it because you know that, right?
They received the
I
funds from
heard.
China, right?
yeah.
He
Well, the
received-
different MPs and stuff. But my question is, do you think that Trudeau knew what was happening and let
Yes,
it happen?
He knew.
He
it.
knew, right?
I think
Of course he knew.
The thing that
He-
I think
of course he knew.
I think he must knew that, but he lies a lot of times. So
He lied.
I think
That's a politicians
right.
bullshit. Yeah.
Well, it would be impossible because if you have that kind of threat, the policy is that you report it to the top.
Me-
Obviously, right?
but either the only two possibilities: either you are not capable of managing your departments,
Yeah.
either you are a liar.
Yeah.
Either two direction.
Yeah. And
It's shameful.
CSIS
Well-
has already attended a hearing
Yeah.
mentioning that they have already reported to Justin Trudeau,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, for sure he knew.
And Justin Trudeau never say no, I don't receive it. So yeah, that guy.
Well, I don't think that he received any money, but
No,
you know
I
the things
think-
that happen, like nomination. You don't have to be a Canadian citizen to vote to nominate
Yeah.
one person within the same party. So there's two people running for the Liberal Party, and you can go and vote. You don't even have to be a Canadian citizen. So what happened is that people threatened university students with getting their student visa taken away
Yeah.
unless they went and voted for that person. That's how bad it was. That's how blatant it was.
I can make sure I can assure that because I know some people that even they are working in the universities, right? But they have very close ties with the
For sure.
Chinese government.
Oh my God! I mean,
because CCP has been organized very, very strictly, like a company,
machine.
like a company. They work very closely because the value, they have the value that not like any party, because I know that here the Liberal Party or Conservative Party, this is like a club, right?
kind of, yeah.
But
Of like-minded people, I would say so.
like-minded
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
but in China, the CCP is really not like a party, but a religion.
Yeah.
You have to be loyal
Yeah.
to the like
Yeah. The CCP is God.
Yeah.
God, and
Yeah.
and for any religion, the party cannot be questioned,
Yeah.
right? If you question this party leader, then you are like the middle century of Europe, right? You'll be burned,
Is that right?
right? So very close ties. We are not CCP members.
But what you're saying is that they have close ties with Canadian politicians and Canadian bureaucrats and Canadian security experts who were responsible for finding this and reporting it to the. So it's not just him, right?
Right.
There's a massive bureaucracy.
I don't know
that
the details,
there's a-
but I know that people, I know Chinese people has close. We know some of our Chinese counterparts has close ties, but I don't know how they interface because we are not
We have
interested
no-
in this kind
we do
of
not have the
politics.
details.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
have
we
details.
just know that they have done something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's
reason we
heavy.
come here-
Heavy conversation. Hey, we're talking about.
No, we don't really think that Canada should be interviewed this way because we're
No, it's falling. It's falling apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we know that when we came here about 4 years or right,
Yeah,
4 years ago, I think we have experienced that Canada has gone to the downwards.
Yeah, the standard of living is falling. That's something that people don't appreciate. Is that our productivity is on the decline, and
Not only-
part of it's because businesses don't want to invest here because they're afraid of idiots like Trudeau,
Yeah.
and probably
I appreciate you
Aboriginal
say that. I mean,
and probably Aboriginal investors sometimes. Yeah, exports are going down. Their standard of living is falling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is just because of the inflation and the.
Not the
Interest
inflation
rates.
basically the poor management of this
The
country.
poor management.
Because
Absolutely
if
horrible.
your people are productive enough,
Yeah.
you're producing enough, and you have lower taxes, and you're free to do anything you like. I mean,
Yeah.
under the law. Or
Oh, okay.
come
So
here.
you know about the situation of people looking at Canada and thinking about investing and then deciding, nah.
No, not
Yeah.
investing, but
don't trust
they
them.
really live here, but they cannot afford the life, so they leave or
Yeah.
go back
Oh,
to
I
the
see.
US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening quite a bit.
Yeah,
But
quite
that-
a lot of
but
people
that
flock
makes
to
sense.
Go back.
America. Or go
But
back.
David, you
Okay.
see, the problem is that Canada. I mean, we are kind of young people. We are productive, right?
Yeah.
What do you
We
guys do?
work, can pay tax. What else we got?
we pay tax, of
After
course.
4 years, we cannot even just afford a down payment for a new condo, small condo.
No,
Wow.
I'm an accountant, so I think I feel
Yeah.
that there's something should be figured out in this country.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like that government lost the Western principle that at least some Western people had to be frugal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, of course you have to be frugal
Yeah.
because how else is it going to work?
I don't
And then
know.
he borrowed so much money.
And also, I think this government spent a lot of time to talk about some abstract value, like some abstract value, which is not a core value of this country that's productive, right?
Well, the worst one is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
That's abstract.
That's
It-
another
oh,
flip
but
side.
it's made concrete because
I know.
it's made concrete.
Like
because-
Pride Month, right?
Yeah, but let me tell you about diversity, equity, inclusion. The thing is that if you strip it down, the one thing that it has to be, or it's not diversity, equity, and inclusion in their minds.
Yeah.
The one thing that it has to do is absolutely discriminate
Yeah.
against white, straight males
Yeah.
who are cisgender, they're not trans. But if you're transgender, you get some points.
Yeah.
I know.
And if you're female, you get some points. But
that's
that group
not
has
equal.
to be.
That's not equal.
Yeah, that group has to be cut out. And I think that a lot of the problem, actually, in Canada, is that the Canadian government has decided not to hire them, but has decided to hire fresh immigrants because they're more responsible.
Yeah.
They got their feet on the ground. I bet that's happened a lot. Because if it hasn't happened a lot, then diversity, equity, and inclusion mean nothing.
That's true. That's what I want to say. This is abstract.
What a
because
crazy
you
thing.
don't make any substance here unless I see that some like a Pride Day or Pride Month, which make little
Pride
absence,
Month.
right? Little absence. Right? Why you do this? Spend a lot of money.
You
doing
want to
this.
say pride cometh before the fall. And I think in a way like that well, people are just sick of the images. They're sick of what's being done to kids in schools, like absolutely
Yeah.
sick of it.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is tarnished now. And it's a certain element's fault.
I mean, I know that politics are something like divide and conquer.
Yeah.
It's kind of the core value of the politics. But that's go too extreme because in China, the politics leads that way as well. That they try to raise some core value, some core
Like
value.
hating this particular
that,
group.
Yeah, to make some enemy, right?
Yeah.
Like U.S. is the enemy in any country or Korea.
Yeah.
But sometimes the core value of any country is that you have to make productive, right?
Exactly. Well, of
Right.
course.
Or-
Without that, you've got nothing.
Or
So
have people self-sufficient.
that's why it's so concerning that our productivity is going down.
Yeah.
It's the basis of everything, really.
It's a basis of everything. That's
yeah.
true.
And they don't even talk about it.
Yeah, and also that's I think one of the leader talk about me. No matter white cat or black cat, right?
As long as it catches
Yeah.
rats.
Take just a rat.
Yeah. That's a good one. Chinese
You have to
one.
be very concrete on that.
Everybody really likes that one. It doesn't matter if it's a black cat or a white cat,
Yeah.
just so long as it catches rats.
Yeah, that's true.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good
just
metaphor,
figure out
right?
good worker, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you guys want to get along, eh? So that was a great conversation,
That's a
man.
good conversation.
you,
Nice talking
yeah.
to you. Dave.
Okay, maybe I'll run into you again sometime.
You too?
Okay.
Yeah, I come here quite a bit. I mean, why not? It's such a beautiful park.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Especially in
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Especially in summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
All
Okay,
right.
really nice
Okay.
to
Keep
meet
in
you.
touch,
Yeah.
David.
Okay. Have
See
a good
you.
night.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See you.
Okay. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
I used to make a living doing practically just that. Because I was never. I should think before I talk. I was going to say that I was never like a big grammar person or anything like that, but that's not true. I used to say that I could talk about English grammar in Chinese better than most English-speaking people could talk about it in English. That's what I thought. But I probably overestimated that because a lot of people surprisingly know quite a bit about it. I have to deal with the whole dilemma now that I'm studying Spanish because there's a lot of grammar. So how do you learn it? Do you learn it just by seeing the pattern over and over again? Is that's good enough? You'll get it in there? Just focus on the meaning maybe even. Don't even notice the little words. And you can't do that. Or do you try to understand the description? It's basically a description of a pattern is what grammar in that sense is. You know, pick up a grammar book. It's describing patterns, essentially. Patterns and possibilities. Yeah, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, it's part of what this show is about, but it was more so when the guy who made it was on trigonometry that the whole thing was explained a little bit more precisely. The two lunkheads there at trigonometry didn't say hardly anything, and when they spoke, they asked good questions. But the thing is that it's obvious that the Western world is degenerating, and it's degenerating because it's lost connection with its foundation. And the foundation is the family. Like, people are lost without families. That's obvious. It's not just that you're not having kids. You don't know who you are, what you're on earth for. Because in reality, you are on Earth to produce children. You can't deny biology. And that's the biology. Okay, I guess I'm getting a bit tired here. So where should I end it? Something nice. Yeah. Brown with a crane. Call that one Bye Bye Metrotown.